Terrifier 3 is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Cineverse. It can be found as a standard slipcover edition, a non-exclusive steelbook, and a collector's edition available at your local and online retailers. Watching the Terrifier films, the amount of violence and gore on display will make most Hollywood-backed horror movies seem PG by comparison. If you're on board already and haven't shied away from the franchise, the third outing of Art the Clown is just as intense and arguably more so than before. We get more of the mythology elements this time, which for me aren't as interesting and seem a bit tacked on, but the actual horror elements are the film's strongest aspects. Terrifier 3 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has an aspect ratio of 239:1. It was finished at a 4K digital intermediate, but it does not support any form of HDR. It seems as if some stylistic choices were utilized for this third, or fourth if you're counting All Hallows Eve, entry into the Terrifier franchise. First, the technical. The disc bit rates are fairly healthy with solid stability of the picture. A thick layer of artificial grain is present, in addition to some vintage 70s style tweaking of the colors in regard to the palette. The movie has a kind of a rawness to it, which may be appealing to old school horror fans, very much in line with the original Black Christmas. Now, there is a rather puzzling decision to omit HDR for this particular sequel. The second entry, and from reports the original film newly released as part of a collection, does in fact support it. It's also an interesting development, as rumor around the campfire is that certain international releases of the film do in fact have HDR and or Dolby Vision. What's going on is an answer above my pay grade, but this will no doubt turn off many potential buyers regardless of the reasoning. Having popped in the included Blu-ray, differences between the two are admittedly minimal. There is a slight, and I stress slight, bit more clarity on the 4K, but it's really only going to be noticed by the most intense of pixel peepers. As for the palette, the Christmas aesthetic basked in the visual style is less vibrant than most contemporary films, and with no HDR to support, it mostly comes across as a bit flat. Still, red in the form of festive decor, Santa's outfit, in addition to the copious amounts of gore, is the most prominent color of choice, and it does exhibit boldness in most cases. Whites, at least in regard to lighting and day scenes, are intentionally blown out and bloom quite regularly. Black levels convey night scenes effectively, though shadow detail succumbs to crush frequently. Terrifier 3 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a DTS 5.1 audio mix. The film's track is a terrifying and often gross array of audio cues that keeps things wildly entertaining from start to finish. The sound design is chock full of disgusting moments as Art hacks and slashes his way through the film, with a plentiful amount coming through the surrounds. Additionally, creepy atmospherics and holiday-related audio cues also provide some good immersive elements back there. The fronts perfectly complement the center, and dialogue reproduction is clean. The LFE adds some appreciable weight to the various tools at Art's disposal, the chainsaw for example. Also, an explosion near the third act and other in-film moments benefit here as well. As for the extras, which are located on the accompanying Blu-ray disc, the biggest piece of bonus content is the making of, which runs about 17 minutes. It's actually a fun behind the scenes, as the cast and crew are clearly having a good time, and I'd recommend watching it right after the film. It honestly serves as a good palate cleanser. There is also a sneak peek at an upcoming Art the Clown documentary, Art Attack, as well as one or two other additional bonus features. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Terrifier 3 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray a B. I have to say that if it was an intentional choice to leave off HDR in this particular release, it's just a little bit baffling that international versions would have it included. If no HDR was included anywhere, I could get behind that more, but leaving it out here warrants a lower grade. As such, without even a strong difference in detail enhancement, for those opting for the Blu-ray release, I don't think you'll be missing much. For the audio, I gave it an A. One of the benchmarks of a good horror movie is an awesome sound design, and Terrifier 3 has it and then some. Some of the audio cues and visuals are going to leave quite the impression, and I don't think many fans would be disappointed in the results. For the extras, I graded them a B-. The general making of is a cool feature and one I easily recommend. It would have been nice to get some other bonus materials of substance, but what is still here is very entertaining to check out. So that is my review of Terrifier 3 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Cineverse. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I'll leave a direct Amazon link in the comments section. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365. I will see you at the movies.